The universe had returned to the silence, not of death, but of absolute potential.
Are these the laws of a new universe? Or are we witnessing the ghosts of our own old reality?
The first galaxies bloomed like flowers in the deep, freezing night of the cosmos, indifferent to our...
We had become the silent witnesses, no longer shaping the world, but observing it as it unfolded.
From the chemical soup of the oceans, the persistence of the universe manifested as the first, tiny,
and searching. The life we had seen as a spark now began to branch, to adapt, and to complicate itself, finding purpose.
The reach for the land was the first true act of defiance against the limitations of our home.
The world became a tapestry of green, an explosive growth of life that fed on the light of the sun.
The world was never meant to be a permanent sanctuary. It was a theater for Kashi, a place where the universe tested.
In the shadow of the ruin, life did not vanish. It hid, it waited, and it learned. The pulse of life quickened as the survivors learned the strength of the collective, where the first tentative...
It was not a roar that changed the world, but a strike, a single, deliberate act of creation.
They gathered to push back the dark, and in the warmth of the fire they found not just safety, but the birth of the storm.
They left their mark on the world, not in stone that would crumble, but in the dreams they scratched into the walls of the earth. They gathered by the water, not just to survive, but to build, a complex structure of mud and ambition, where information, once fleeting and tied to memory, now became permanent, a system of symbols that could store the wisdom of the past. They looked up, trying to find their place in the vastness, not just to map the stars, but to find the rhythm of the cosmos. The world was no longer local. It was a gathering of thoughts, a great collection where the knowledge of many different information, once the property of the temple, now became the property of the people, a mechanical force of nature that tore down the barriers.
The world, once thought to be small, was now revealed to be infinite, as the ships moved beyond us.
We taught the fire to breathe in steel, turning the raw energy of the earth into a rhythmic, relentless machine.
We captured the lightning and made it speak, turning the physical distance of the world into a thin...
We began to manipulate the very flow of the subatomic, trapping the electron in cages of glass and light. We cast our eyes upward, not just to look, but to reach, leaving behind the cradle. We stood on a world that had never known the warmth of a sun that was ours, looking back at our own blue home. We wove a web that spanned the globe, not of string, but of light and logic, turning every human thought, every piece of data.
We read the source code of our own existence, finding in the simple chemistry of our cells the entire, intricate hit. It was a cold, silicon mind, a flicker of binary logic that sought to mimic the complexity of our own consciousness. We became the architects of our own environment, but in our greed, we neglected the balance.
We learned to mend the balance, creating cities that did not take, but gave. An oasis.
We stopped seeing the world as a map and started seeing it as a body, an interconnected nervous system of... We moved beyond the sun, casting our seeds into the deep, dark ocean of the galaxy.
We shed the weight of our physical forms, building cities of pure light that floated in the warmth.
We were the keepers of the galaxy's story, a library of memories that stretched back to the first.
We returned to the source, to watch the light ignite again. The journey of the dust that learned to think.
The last watcher, the keeper of the memory, stood amidst the ashes of the final star. Again. Are we ready to tell the story again?